Coming up on the Q30 Newscast, another school shooting rocks the nation, this time at a middle school in Nevada, and a Quinnipiac sophomore is arrested for threatening a public safety officer.
Plus, a high-profile guest visits QU to talk to communication students. And as Parents and Family Weekend begins at Quinnipiac, athletics gears up for Bobcats madness.
The news starts now.
Live from the Ed McMahon Center, this is the Q30 News Nightcast.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Q30 Newscast. I'm Ryan O'Grady.
And I'm Taylor Populars. 2 people are dead and 2 injured after a 12-year-old student opened fire in a Nevada middle school early Monday morning. Emergency calls flooded Nevada's phone lines just after 7 a.m. Monday, stating an active shooter was on the campus of Sparks Middle School.
According to the Washoe County School District Police Chief, the motive of Monday's shooting is still unclear, but the shooter, whose name has not been released, was killed at the scene after apparently shooting himself in the head. The event took place out on the playground of Sparks Middle School. Math teacher Mike Lansbury was killed in the attack and reportedly confronted the shooter after a student was shot in the shoulder. Lansbury is being called a hero for stepping in when he did.
The 2 students who were shot are both in stable condition, but may have been friends of the shooter, according to a fellow student who witnessed the attack. That same student said in an interview with CNN that the shooter was a really nice kid who would make you smile when you were having a bad day.
Now we turn to more local violence. Police were called to Quinnipiac this past Saturday after an intoxicated student threatened and assaulted a public safety officer. Sophomore Justin Mendonca has been charged with breach of peace. Mendonca was released on a $1,000 bond and is scheduled to appear in court on November 1st. The public safety officer only suffered a minor injury and did not seek medical attention. And this past Sunday, the women of Pi Beta Phi hosted their 2nd annual flag football tournament, Angels in the End Zone. Our own Megan Coddington has more on how these sorority women use football to raise money for a good cause.
Q30 News Update. Pi Beta Phi hosted their 2nd annual Angels in the End Zone on the Quinnipiac Quad this Sunday. Over 20 teams participated in the event to support Read, Lead, Achieve, and First Vote, which are organizations that provide reading material for underprivileged children.
They've been having a wonderful time playing. They've a little competitive, but everybody's enjoying themselves.
I'm having a lot of fun. I'm enjoying this. It's a nice environment. A lot of Greek life out here, a lot of non-Greek life out here, and that's okay too. And yeah, we won our first football game.
The goal of Angels in the End Zone was to raise over $1,000 for the charities. Some fraternities and sororities came to support Pi Beta Phi, including a few sororities that are not supported by the university.
All the organizations are coming together to support Pi Phi because we all are like one big philanthropic community, you know, for Panhellenic and for the fraternities. It's really good that we're doing this.
To raise even more money, they sold pizza and raffle tickets. The raffles included tickets to a Patriots game, Islanders game, and tickets for the November 9th Quinnipiac-Yale hockey game. For more information on breaking news here at Quinnipiac, follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook at Q30 News. I'm Megan Coddington with Q30 News.
CBS This Morning executive producer Chris Licht spoke to students and faculty of the School of Communications last week as part of Dean Lee Camlet's distinguished lecture. Licht joined some faculty for a luncheon and then held a talk about the state of network morning news with students and faculty in Buckman Theater.
I gave just a few comments and then took questions for about an hour. It was really fun.
The former original executive producer of MSNBC's Morning Joe also spoke to students about how his life changed after suffering a brain hemorrhage in 2010.
It makes you realize what's important, so you don't freak out when something goes wrong or if someone's mad at you. You don't get sort of a tightness in your stomach, right? You realize that what's the worst that's going to happen. Like, even if you get fired, that's not as bad as dying.
Licht also gave students tips and advice for upcoming internships and explained that jobs in the broadcasting field are available. And Bobcat fans young and old will be coming together this Friday night at 7 p.m. at the TD Bank Sports Center for Quinnipiac's annual celebration of Bobcat Pride, Bobcats Madness. The 17-year-old tradition kicks off Parents and Family Weekend at the university while also celebrating the start of the men's and women's basketball season. The event will feature appearances by all the QU spirit groups and each athletic team. And, like years past, the Superstars Variety Act will perform. For full coverage of Bobcats Madness, follow Q30 Sports on Twitter at Q30 Sports and subscribe to our YouTube page, Q30 TV.
And Quinnipiac continues to do some good on and off campus. After updating the library this past summer, QU decided to recycle the older and unused items. Quinnipiac has donated 93 computers and 1,500 books to the Fairhaven School in New Haven. Fairhaven principal Margaret Mary Gething said, quote, "The generosity has been insurmountable. I think we feel as if we are a branch of Quinnipiac." And one issue sweeping the nation is affecting children, families, and the workplace. That issue is the obesity epidemic, and as the pounds of Americans are increasing, it may be because their paychecks aren't. Nicole Syberry has more.
2 all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun.
Jingles like that one are just one of many topics Megan LaDolce and the Rudd Center staff are studying when it comes to food.
We have a number of different initiatives that we focus on. So food marketing to youth, the economics of food, such as looking at things like food taxes, low-income populations having access to healthier foods, that sort of thing.
And the people targeted are those without disposable income that purchase these unhealthy meals because they are
readily available all over the place, cheap, really. I mean, you'll find in low-income neighborhoods a huge percentage of fast food chains compared to other places.
And in less than a half-mile drive, you will pass a Popeyes, McDonald's, Taco Bell, Burger King, and Wendy's all on Dixwell Avenue. And with so many fast food restaurants readily available, it is no surprise the obesity rate is on the rise. More than 31% of adults ages 18 and older who earn less than $25,000 per year were obese, compared with 25.4% of those who earn at least $50,000 per year. Rebecca Purcell, a registered dietitian, says the residents of Hamden should have no problem finding healthy options, even on a budget.
No, I mean, we have 3 grocery stores within a 2-mile radius of each other. So no, I don't think that there's any part of Hamden where they don't have access to fresh, healthy foods.
And in time, people can begin to see a decrease in their waistlines without having to increase the amount they spend to feed their families.
Some people think that there's some quick fix to weight loss, but there's really not. It's just about making lifestyle changes that you can maintain and nothing too drastic. That includes a balance of calories and exercise.
Many dietitians also suggest that getting just 30 minutes of exercise a day won't just shed pounds, but will shed light on a healthier lifestyle. Nicole Syberry, Q30 News.
Coming up after the break, swept up from right under their feet. A series of New Haven robberies has left some drivers stranded.
Plus, Taylor is sitting down with a sister from Phi Sigma Sigma who is rocking for a cause.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
The Bobcat Shop, located at 1010 Sherman Avenue in Hamden. Your #1 choice for Bobcat merchandise. The Bobcat Shop features 2 floors of countless styles and colors. With a full 19,000 square foot screen printing and embroidery operation on the premises, Campus Customs and Simplify can design and decorate any garment or promotional product as quickly as needed. Stop in and say hi.
Join us on November 3rd at 10 a.m. for the 2nd annual Bobcat Dash, a 3-mile obstacle course race starting at Mount Carmel campus and ending on York Hill. Teams of 4 will go over hurdles, power through a bouncy house, trek through water, and much more. Prizes will be awarded for top male and female and best costume. Register your team for free at www.imleagues.com to be a part of the race of a lifetime. Be the one to survive the Bobcat Dash.
Welcome back to the Q30 Newscast. I'm sitting down with Christina Bennett, a senior criminal justice major who is also a sister of Phi Sigma Sigma. And you guys have an event coming up this Friday night?
Yes, we do. Friday at 2 o'clock. It's a 24-hour event called Rock-A-Thon, and it goes until 2 o'clock on Saturday.
And where is it taking place?
It's actually taking place on the Carl Hansen Student Center patio, as well as the Tater Lawns and Eklund Lawn.
Okay. And what's the point of this event?
Phi Sig raises money, which goes to the Phi Sigma Sigma Foundation, and that foundation has money trickle down to many other organizations, including the Twin Ideals Fund, which gives money to disaster relief, such as Hurricane Katrina and stuff like that. So it goes to a wide variety of different places, so we raise money for that.
And in past years, what have the totals been for this money raised?
Last year we raised $13,208.
Wow. And this year, are you looking to surpass that?
We are, yes.
Okay. And normally, how many people participate in this event?
All of our sisters, and then we have organizations from all of our campus fraternities, sororities. We have the Knights of Columbus come, SPB, so it's a very broad amount of people who come and support us.
Okay. And in regard to kind of, the mission of this event, it's taking place on Parents' Weekend.
It is.
So is there a hope from the sorority that parents take notice of this event?
Yeah. It's been a tradition for us to do it on Parents and Family Weekend because it shows the parents what Greek life really is about, and that we're not just here to have fun, and that we're here to, do something for a cause and help out. And it's showing them what we actually do besides, going to college and partying and stuff like that.
And how has being a sister for Phi Sigma Sigma, how has it impacted your college career?
I think it's impacted me a great deal. I don't think before college I would have ever run for a position like this or come on Q30 and had the guts to do an interview or anything like that. So I think it's had a great impact.
Well, you did a great job. So good luck with your event.
Thank you.
We're going to toss it back to Ryan now.
Thanks, Taylor. Flu season is approaching, and President Leahy is leading an initiative to keep students from getting sick. Free flu shots will be given out at the Mount Carmel Health Center on October 22nd, 23rd, and November 13th from 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. Shots will also be administered at the York Hill Health Center on October 24th and 28th from 11 a.m. until 3 p.m. To keep in mind, symptoms of the flu are fevers, aches, chills, tiredness, and sudden onset. And a string of tire thefts in New Haven has left drivers stranded. Thieves have stolen tires from 8 Honda Fits in the Wooster Square and East Rock communities. New Haven police believe that these particular wheels are in high demand because their value has increased. The theft of this type of wheel is of special concern because they are often customized for illegal street racing. These cases are still under investigation.
And since its release on October 1st, healthcare.gov has proven to be troublesome for the millions of Americans trying to sign up for health insurance. The site, launched to officially begin Obamacare, has showcased a plethora of systematic errors, including logging people out, not recognizing users who already created usernames, and not loading pages in full. With the government shutdown now over, a lot more attention is being directed to the website's flaws, and President Obama is speaking up about it. The president said on Monday that tech industry experts are working 24/7 to fix the problems. According to the Obama administration, over 500,000 people have successfully filled out the healthcare application so far. And after the Sandy Hook school shooting, politicians across the country have been debating ways to prevent similar tragedies from happening again.
Connecticut lawmakers recently passed new gun restrictions as one solution, but as Marcus Haroon reports, not everyone is so sure gun laws will prevent future shootings.
Arnie Wilhite has a lot of inventory that he doesn't know what to do with. He has been selling semi-automatic rifles for years at his store, Connecticut Sporting Arms, in North Branford.
This is one of the guns they're trying to get rid of.
But now it's illegal to sell this gun in Connecticut.
AR-15 style rifle.
This gun, too.
Same magazine, same caliber as the AR-15.
And this one.
Similar looking rifle. This is a .22 caliber.
The new gun laws went into effect immediately after the governor signed the bill around noon last Thursday. The bill also bans large capacity magazines with more than 10 rounds of ammunition and guns that use them.
That would rule out half of the guns here and I'd be out of business.
Many of the new laws come as a result of suggestions from the Sandy Hook Advisory Commission. Commission Chairman Mayor Scott Jackson of Hamden says he's heard a lot of criticism on the new gun regulations.
I get 100 emails, talking about my work on the quote-unquote gun panel. It's not a gun panel. Guns happen to be an issue that people care deeply about.
The commission hopes new mandatory background checks and the ban on these weapons will prevent mass shootings in the future. But Wilhite says there's no need for new gun laws.
I think the regulations we have right now can be quite strict if applied properly.
But the commission isn't done yet. The next step, investigating mental health issues. Marcus Haroon, Q30 News.
Coming up, New Jersey becomes the newest state to allow gay marriage. Find out what the state's governor has to say about it.
Plus, Australia declares a state of emergency. Find out about that and more as Megan Coddington brings you the world news.
We'll be right back.
Join us on November 3rd at 10 a.m. for the second annual Bobcat Dash, a 3-mile obstacle course race starting at Mount Carmel campus and ending on York Hill. Teams of 4 will go over hurdles, power through a bouncy house, trek through water, and much more. Prizes will be awarded for top male and female and best costume. Register your team for free at www.imleagues.com to be a part of the race of a lifetime. Be the one to survive the Bobcat Dash.
The Bobcat Shop, located at 1010 Sherman Avenue in Hamden. Your #1 choice for Bobcat merchandise. The Bobcat Shop features 2 floors of countless styles and colors. With a full 19,000 square foot screen printing and embroidery operation on the premises, Campus Customs and Simplify can design and decorate any garment or promotional product as quickly as needed. Stop in and say hi.
So Taylor, I was sitting outside of the York Hill Student Center yesterday, and I hear this buzzing noise. I'm like, oh, someone must be mowing a lawn. That must be what's happening. And I look to my right, and there's this robot drone-looking thing hovering over my head. I couldn't believe it. There were cameras on it. I absolutely couldn't believe it. It was quite the scene.
It's funny you mentioned that because I think about a week ago, I was walking from Commons to the CAF, and there was a similar camera flying bug structure that was floating over the CAF, and it went up toward the clock tower, and pretty interesting. Kind of reminds you of like being spied on, you know, especially in light of all these issues with the NSA.
Absolutely.
And whatnot. So I think we're actually going to toss it over now to Megan Coddington for some world news, some information about the NSA. Megan?
Thanks, guys. Allegations rise over the United States National Security Agency over reports that the NSA intercepted over 70 million phone calls in France. Secretary of State John Kerry met with French Foreign Minister Laurent Fabius on Monday to discuss how the two countries would work together to protect their citizens. A German magazine also reported that the NSA has been spying on the Mexican government. The magazine said that the NSA hacked the public email of the Mexican President Felipe Calderon. The NSA said it would not comment publicly on all alleged intelligence activity. According to the NSA, they are following specific policy that says the NSA can gather the same foreign intelligence on all nations. Smog has been smothering China's northeastern city of Harbin since Monday morning. Meteorologists issued a red alert for fog at 5 a.m. Tuesday. The visibility is down to 65 feet, forcing schools and major roads to close. Government officials say the smog is caused by a number of factors, including lack of wind and the city's coal-burning heating system. Citizens say that this time of year normally causes bad air quality, but this year is especially polluted. Bushfires in Australia have caused authorities to declare a state of emergency. Flames have engulfed areas in New South Wales, Australia's most populated state. Over 200 homes have been damaged or destroyed. Local officials are now concerned that the fires may spread to the Blue Mountain region. A 63-year-old man died of a heart attack while trying to prevent the fires from burning down his home. No other deaths have been reported. Back to the desk.
Thank you, Megan. The Garden State is the 14th state to legally recognize same-sex marriage. The New Jersey Supreme Court denied Governor Chris Christie's request to delay the legalization, and as of Monday, same-sex couples are legally tying the knot in New Jersey. Governor Christie threatened to appeal the Supreme Court's decision after his request to delay got turned down, but on Monday, the governor announced that he would drop his appeal. As of 12:01 a.m. Monday morning, the first same-sex couple exchanged their vows.
And Metro-North Railroad is offering refunds to riders with weekly or monthly tickets who were inconvenienced due to the recent power outage in New York.
In order to provide the credit, Metro-North will be opening more ticket windows with extended hours at New Haven line stations as well as the Grand Central Terminal.
There will also be temporary locations and windows set up at Stamford Station in order to make the refund process as quick as possible.
So that's good that people are getting their refunds.
That's really great.
You know.
I'm sure that was an unbelievable inconvenience.
Yeah, especially a costly convenience because
Absolutely.
not everyone is made of money. But
no, it's very true.
Someone in this world who is made of money just expressed it very clearly recently, and that would be Kanye West.
Oh, yes, the famous engagement.
Yes.
I can't believe the extent he went to for that
famous engagement, and I think we're going to hear a little bit more about that, and some shocking news about CeeLo Green.
I did hear that as well.
Kind of stunning. So we're going to throw it over now to Chelsea and Jacqueline.
Thanks, guys. Hi, guys, and welcome to Entertainment News.
I'm Chelsea Barada.
And I'm Jacqueline Gallagher. And let the wedding planning begin. The celeb couple Kim Kardashian and Kanye West, known as Kimye, are engaged. the power couple announced their engagement with Instagram photo of the ring with the caption, "Yes." Kanye popped the question on Monday for Kim's 33rd birthday, but that wasn't the only thing special about it. West rented out the stadium where the San Francisco Giants play, complete with fireworks and an orchestra. Hopefully this marriage will last more than 72 days, Chelsea.
Let's see. And The Voice's Judge CeeLo Green has been charged with allegedly giving ecstasy to a female victim. The female victim also accused him of sexually assaulting her last year. Green will not be charged with rape or sexual assault because the court concluded there is not enough evidence. On November 20th, the star will return to the courts for a hearing. If found guilty, Green could be facing up to 4 years in prison on the count of furnishing a controlled substance.
And Drake abruptly canceled his concert in Philadelphia this past Saturday night. Reps for Drake were vague as to why the rapper pulled the plug at the last minute. At the time, it was said that it was canceled due to unexpected technical issues.
According to TMZ, however, they were scared the catwalk that loomed over the stage would fall into the crowd. Because Drake walked back and forth on it throughout the show, there was fear an electrical malfunction could cause serious damage. The fans waited in the arena for an hour before the plug was pulled and were sent home. The concert has been postponed until Wednesday, December 18th. Tickets for Saturday night's performance will be honored at the new concert date. That's it for entertainment news. Now back to the desk.
Thank you, ladies. And when we come back, did you miss the men's hockey game this weekend? Arthur Balin will get you up to date on the latest Quinnipiac sports news.
Plus, we have your full weather forecast with Matt Morris.
Stick around. We'll be right back.
I could really go for a Ray and Mike sub right now.
Come to Ray and Mike's and try our Philly chicken with cheese for just over $4, giant cheesesteak subs, and mouth-watering boar's head sandwiches for as low as $4.75. Q-Cash accepted just a mile down the road on Whitney, here at Ray and Mike's.
The Bobcat Shop, located at 1010 Sherman Avenue in Hamden. Your #1 choice for Bobcat merchandise. The Bobcat Shop features 2 floors of countless styles and colors. With a full 19,000 square foot screen printing and embroidery operation on the premises, Campus Customs and Simplify can design and decorate any garment or promotional product as quickly as needed. Stop in and say hi.
Welcome back, Bobcats. I'm Matt Morris with your Q30 weather update. As we can see behind me, we've got a nice national map. We can see all our temperatures. And as we'll notice, we've got the jet stream coming in, and the jet stream is dipping down, way down into the Midwest and into the Northeast. So what that's going to bring is much colder temperatures than we would expect for this time of year. Down in Phoenix, of course, we've got 90 degrees. So, I mean, we should all be heading to Arizona because up in New York, it is 54 right now. As we look at our local temperatures, we can see lower temperatures, like I said, lower temperatures than we would expect across the board. 51 in Stamford, 49 in New Haven, 49 also up in Hartford. Also, tonight, what we can expect is a frost advisory for the lower end, the southern end rather, of Connecticut. We have a frost advisory through tonight and into tomorrow morning. So if anyone here at Quinnipiac is into gardening, you might want to cover up those cucumbers and tomatoes because they will not survive the night. Tonight's forecast, we have 35 degrees clear. You will wake up with some frost on the ground. Winds northwest at 9 miles per hour. Tomorrow, we can expect 56 degrees, sunny, not as warm as we would expect, but still a pretty nice day. Our 7-day forecast looks like this. We've got a really clear forecast, not much in the terms of precipitation or cloudiness or anything. So it'll be cooler than normal, but definitely very clear. So looking forward to family weekend. Let's toss it back to the desk.
Thank you very much, Farmer Morris. So, Quinnipiac men's ice hockey coach Rand Pecknold has extended his contract through the 2017-2018 season. The announcement came just as the men's ice hockey season kicked off since making the national championship last spring. Pecknold has been the Bobcats head coach for the past 20 years and ranks 7th among active collegiate coaches for his 368 career wins. Following a banner year for the team last season, Pecknold received multiple awards, including the ECAC Hockey Tim Taylor Coach of the Year. So, pretty exciting for him.
Incredibly exciting. Were you able to go to the hockey games this past weekend?
Sadly, I was not.
I wasn't either, but I heard they played really well.
Yeah, I did too. It's just a shame now because now that they're good, the tickets go quickly.
Exactly. I tried to get tickets for family weekend and they were sold out immediately. So,
yeah, it's
sorry,
gone.
Mom and
Pretty
Dad.
soon we'll probably have to start paying
exactly.
for them.
Oh, I hope not. But
It'll
I'm
be
sure
like a legit program.
I'm sure Arthur has some more about the upcoming hockey schedule.
Thanks, Taylor. Good afternoon and welcome to the Q30 Newscast Sports Report. I'm Arthur Balin. The men's ice hockey team had a productive weekend as they swept a 2-game home-and-home series against UMass Lowell. The Bobcats took down the Riverhawks 3-1 in Lowell on Friday night. Jordan Samuels-Thomas, Connor Clifton, and Derek Smith all scored goals for the Bobcats. The Bobcats would continue their winning ways Saturday night as they defeated the Riverhawks 3-1. Samuels-Thomas added to his goal from Friday night, and Connor and Kellen Jones scored to contribute to the Bobcats' win. Jess Rusin had another day for the record books Friday against Robert Morse. Having broken the all-time goals record the previous Saturday against Sacred Heart, Rusin was 2 points away from Heather Katie's record of 80 points. With 2 goals, Rusin broke Katie's record with her 81st and 82nd career points. With Rusin's 2 goals and senior Krista Romano's second half tally, the Bobcats took down Robert Morse 3-0. The team will be in New Jersey this weekend with a game on the road against the Rider Bronx on Friday, and 2 days later the Bobcats will play a Sunday matinee against the Monmouth Hawks. And as basketball season inches closer, a key member of the women's basketball team received a tremendous honor. Head coach Tricia Fabry was named All Mid-Major Coach of the Year by College Sports Madness. Other mid-major conferences other than the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference include the Atlantic 10, the America East, the Patriot League, and the Ivy League. Before the Bobcats left the Northeast Conference, Fabry was second in overall career wins at 187. She was named NEC Coach of the Year last year by Coach's Election. Well, that's all for sports. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at Q30 Sports and make sure to also like us on Facebook. Now let's send it back to the Q30 Newscast desk. Guys?
Thanks, Arthur. The Children's Hospital at Dartmouth-Hitchcock is going viral as we speak.
The hospital staff joined with their children patients to create a moving cover of Katy Perry's hit song, Roar.
The video has been viewed more than 500,000 times in just 2 days. Here's a clip to help make your day a little brighter. That's all for the Q30 Newscast.
Stay updated with Q30 News all week long by visiting our Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube pages.
We'll be back next week with more in Quinnipiac, local, and national news. Have a good night.